Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we are talking about and taking on the old Colli Neptune, and in my opinion, one of the best free-to-play units out here. This guy is 2 years old, roughly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's around 2 years old, and he is still so damn good. I use him on every free-to-play content that I have. I use him on pretty much every piece of content that involves despair removal. If you just, we'll get into what he does in a second, but if you guys have time, at the moment, after you guys finish Gukimaru and, the Kuma event, and if you're looking for something to farm, jump into this Colosseum, because this guy is a beast. So, he's special. He reaches attack down and despair for 5 turns. That is still, to this day, extremely good. And 2 years ago when this came out, like, 5 turns of attack down was just never heard of. Ever, let alone despair. Even to be honest, like that was like only just when like we're getting 5 turns of this, and to be on a free to play unit, come on. He also reduces resilience duration by 5 turns. That is quite a rare ability, not overly used too much with this guy, but still like fairly rare to say. And then drastically reduces all enemies' defense and greatly boosts cerebral and powerhouse characters' slot effects for 3 turns. So I think it's like an 80% damage reduction, so he works great because you can just bring like a conditional boost. But even if you can't get the defense down off, he will greatly boost the cerebral and powerhouse slot effects for 3 turns. Now this guy works incredibly well on like most teams, every cerebral team, every powerhouse team. This guy is just a beast. Absolute beast. Captain ability is a pirate XP booster as well. He gets 1.5 times pirate XP. So like if you guys don't have Jack, or if you don't have Rare Recruit Neptune, like this is a good option, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have one of those. He boosts cerebral status space stats by 50, and this is the big one too. He reduces his own special time by 1 turn when another character uses a special on the team. Like what? Like what the hell, man? Like you're only on a 15 turn cooldown, like so you can proc this guy so much, and because he's got such good utility, you can just drop it so many times throughout the mission. He has recovery blind duration removal, and he has pinch healing as well. Like this guy he's so good. And his support, which I'm actually going to have maxed now, just came out as well recently. Once per quest, if supported character uses a special, drastically reduces crew's despair duration and reduces all enemies' resilience for 2 turns. And he only goes on Shirahoshi and Fukaboshi, but like that is just an incredible support ability. It's just when he uses like when a character's special. Like Shirahoshi, you can put on so many teams, and then you just like, oh here you go, chuck on 2 turns of despair removal and 2 turns resilience removal. Like what? I totally didn't even know he had that, to be honest. Like man, he's just even better than I thought. Just even better than I thought. But I could sit here and talk about this guy forever. Before we continue, actually, he has a Neo Colosseum as well, where he's not a cerebral anymore. He actually becomes a striking unit. Yeah, though he's so good they made him twice. That's how good this guy is. He's got a trash support over here though, but he is that good they literally made him twice. So, honestly, find the time. If you love this game, find the time, farm this guy up, because you guys will use this guy for ages. So 5 teams in this video today. Let's hop in. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so the first team is a double V3 lore team. Now, I sort of threw this team together as I looked up what the Colosseum does. And it's a bit of a scuffed run, but V3 lore is just an absolute machine. He just does stuff easy. Ridiculously easy. He's insane. Such a good unit. So, on this team, we have Sobermask, V1, 6+ Rayleigh, 6+ Garp, and Don, Krieg, and Jin. Rayleigh's pretty much replaceable with anyone that removes bind, I guess. I don't even really use his special at all. Sobermask is probably the most essential unit on this team, besides Krieg and Jin. So you can replace Garp and Rayleigh with whatever you like. But on stage 3 against Big Boss Jinbei, I wouldn't use that lore special. I just don't know why I did that. I would hang on to that. But the key thing to note about this particular Colosseum is that you can't use any orb boosts at the final stage. Now, I totally spaced on that and used lore special and still managed to get done. So you guys will see. So on stage 4 we have Fisher Tiger. Fisher Tiger puts up a 2-turn blue shield and 2-turn attack up. That defense is pretty hefty, but it's not impenetrable. But we have Krieg and Jin on this team. They're going to remove that for us, and they're going to give us a 2x orb boost as well, as Fisher Tiger is immune to delay. Once you kill Fisher Tiger, he does res back, and then he gives you a full board of unmatching orbs. And if you don't have if you haven't got rid of that defense, you really want to do something about it, because you kind of want to kill him here. So we're going to use Sobermask special for the extra damage, but it's not overly necessary, as this team has stupid amounts of damage. We use the Magello ship there to lock our orbs, so when we move into the next stage, we've got some matching orbs, but Neptune is going to switch them into like TND, bomb, and block. But if you've already got TND or bomb or block, he won't change them. So that actually worked out in our favor quite nice. Against Neptune. If I've been calling him Jinbei, I'm so sorry. Against Neptune, he has a whole bunch of lackeys around the outside. If you kill them, he is going to res them back, as you guys will see right here. And he reverses your specials for 2 turns, which then you get like 1 back. So it's like really 1 turn. So you want to bring someone that can roll your specials forward, or you could just want to make sure you tank a shot. With the Law team, I just sort of attacked all the guys on the outside, and then he brought them back. But as you guys saw there, I used the orb boost of Law, and he turns all of our orbs into unmatching, all the colored orbs. But with Sobermask on this team, it was just kind of like lol. Doesn't matter, because Sobermask gives us full board TND orbs, which are matching for this team, as Sobermask does that as a sub. And we can just easy clap our boy Neptune. So there you go. V3 Lord doing it again. Just an absolute monster of a unit. So much healing as well. Like, he's just... V3 Lord literally does it all. Like, he's up there as one of the best units in the game, I'd say. His captain ability is just phenomenal. He's like, selection of subs is insane. Like, he's such a good unit. Alright, let's hop into the next team. On to my boy, Shanks Crew. I love this unit so much. He's just amazing. So, the next team we're using is a Shanks Crew team. Shanks Crew just easy claps it. You just basically need to bring someone to remove defense up, bind, and roll your someone that rolls your specials forward, and you are good on a Shanks Crew team. Literally, that's it. Shanks Crew does the rest. His chain lock, his attack boost, he's just incredible. But for this particular team, we have the Sea Monster to remove the defense up on the turn that we are about to see here. It's going to give us an orb boost for our Psy and quick units as well, and that carries over to the next turn. So when Fishy Tiger reses, we're going to have an orb boost there as well. We then have Snake Man on this team. We're going to use Snake Man special to carry an orb boost into the final stage, but it's not overly like useful, I guess. It helps us out, but like it's not that great, as we don't have any way of changing the TND, block, and bomb orbs besides our switch abilities, which don't satisfy everything, but it is what it is. We also have Law on this team. Law is a character that can roll specials forward. And we have Arlon Crew. They're here for their attack boost, but they're another character that can actually roll specials forward as well. So either of these characters will work fine. I just really wanted to use Law so I could get through the barrier at the end and let Arlon Crew's just a massive attack, like to all enemies, do heaps and heaps of damage. Arlon Crew is going to give us a 2.5 times attack boost, as Fishy Tiger does drop our HP very, very low. And just using the Shanks Crew special, one of our Shanks Crew specials, to kill Fishy Tiger works great. Shanks is also going to give us a crazy good chain lock as well, as we can go through barriers with the Law special. Arlon Crew is going to kill all of those enemies as well. You can switch with Arlon Crew as well. He's going to get a matching orb that way. Then with the switchability of Shanks, we can get an orb for Luffy, and with that, we're just going to absolutely decimate our boy Neptune. On to the next team. The next team is a Uatis Kid team. Kid is low-key becoming one of my favorite legends to use. Not for hard content. Definitely not for hard content. Like, he's very squishy. He's a squishy boy. But for running old content and, like, easier content that's, like, fairly new, he just feels like the new Kaido to me, to be honest. Like, when Kaido first came out, like, he was just, like, mad fun at just blowing things away. But, like, Kid just, he's a lot of fun. So, low-key becoming one of my new favorite captains. Against Fisher Tiger here, we just end up throwing bombs at him. Like, we use the King special to remove the defense up, but then we can just, like, throw bombs. Kid just has so much damage. So much damage. On the res against Fisher Tiger as well, we used the Sobama special here, but you don't really need to do that. You can just hang on to it. I thought we could hit enough perfects to get it to carry over, but it didn't happen. Like, it didn't happen. But we had the Onami support there, again, not essential either. When we move into the final stage, we can use the page 1 special. That's going to roll our specials forward. And then we can just start throwing bombs with Kid and remove all those effects. But Neptune gives us bomb orbs. That's one of the effects he gives us. So Kid just works really well for this piece of content. Throwing all the bombs with these super typings is going to kill all the guys on the outside. And then literally just with Kid's special, we can take down Neptune. I think I miss as well. I'm pretty sure I miss as well. And we still beat him. So yeah, just bring characters to get around the defects and then just let Kid do the rest. Let Kid blow stuff up. On to the next team. So the next team is a Chopper and Sugar team, the attack of the little guys. So if you have Chopper and you need Cotton Candy, and you still need Colosseum Neptune done, bring a friend Sugar. Or if you got Sugar and you haven't done Colosseum Neptune, bring a Chopper. That way you can just get double drops to your Cotton Candy. Sugar does this like ridiculously easy. And the units on this team are just super flexible. We have Ain on this team for her double special. She's going to remove the two turns of the bind, and then she's going to remove the defense up later. She gives us damage reduction too, so we can actually tank a shot there. And then on stage 2, we can use Vivi to give us an attack boost. Vivi has double special as well, which means we can use her again later. She also removes the chain coefficient too, so she's really good for this content. They're both, well, Vivi's yellow too, so, or physical. Viola Becker is completely replaceable on this team. I just brought them for their switch healing, which I never actually use anyway. So you can replace them with anyone, as at the end the chain lock is a bit counterintuitive, but because there's 6 enemies, you do get like a 3.5 times chain lock. So like it's still pretty strong, but you can just replace her with another side unit if you want to. Just for more damage output. But literally the reason I brought them was for their switch ability, and I never actually used it. So there's that. And then finally we have Karina. Karina's on this team so we can stall the special reverse. She's also going to change the block bomb and TND orbs into random orbs, but like most likely matching orbs. She's really good, but you could replace her with like Lore, I guess, someone that rolls the specials forward. But her utility of changing the orbs is great, so maybe like replace Viola Becker with Lore, so that way you can roll the specials forward. But they're also really good for like being a side unit. So I don't know, this team just worked, so it is what it is. You could use Chopper there too for some healing as well. I totally forgot Chopper healed, but I had the host ship, so I used that instead. But using Chopper on that turn before will actually give you a little bit more damage. On to the final stage against Neptune now. We're going to use the Karina special. She's pretty much going to give us like a full board of orbs. Then we can use our switch ability to get some more healing back and just tank a shot from the enemies and Neptune on turn 1. And then on turn 2, we're basically going to use our specials. We can use the chain lock with Viola Becker, the attack boost with Vivi, and giving us more orbs with Vivi. And then we can use Sugar's special to turn everyone into toy bears. Once we get a like a full team of Toy Bears, we can activate Sugar's super typing. And if you guys didn't know, super typings don't get interrupted from enemy interrupts. So because Neptune has an interrupt against an orb boost, we basically can't use an orb boost. But with super typings, we can just be like, nah, boy, we're going to get a 2.25 orb boost, 2 characters under 40 cost, and it's just going to be easy claps from there. So if you guys need Neptune done, and if you're like me and need cotton candy, like I always need cotton candy. So anytime I can run Chopper anywhere, whether it's 2 choppers or 1, I'm always going to do it for that extra cotton candy drop. Especially in Colosseums. So, on to the final team now. And the final team is a double Mihawk Perona team. Now, this team didn't do it exactly the way I wanted to, but actually got it done fairly well. So, we have the Colosseum Komurasaki here to remove the bind. She has double special, so we are going to be able to remove all of that. She does a bunch of healing as well too, but that didn't really matter. Now, I should have used the Mihawk Perona special here to make sure that I got enough damage to kill. But I did take an extra turn here. Unfortunately, that sort of threw my switches off, but it still got it done fairly well. But we do need to use a Mihawk and Perona special against Jinbei and the lackeys. I did want to stall out a turn here so we can remove the chain coefficient, moving into the 4th turn, but it's not the end of the world. So we switch into Mihawk and we can use the Mihawk Perona special here, and that'll get us through this stage. Now, other units on this team we have is the Rare Recruit Kizaru from the Whitebeard and Marco batch. We have Ambush Sengoku, and we have V3 Rayleigh. So Ambush Sengoku is going to be one of the ones that supplies the orb boost for us, and Rayleigh's going to be used against Fisher Tiger here to ignore the defenses as he bypasses defenses for Cerebral and Fighters, which this whole team is. So that works quite well with the switchability of Mihawk and Perona. We can lower the defense and just blast our way through Fisher Tiger's HP. Now, once Fisher Tiger dies and he reses, he gives us a full board of unmatching orbs. And because we have 4 physical units, we are guaranteed to get 4 into orbs. So that way we can use the special of Sengoku. He's going to make those orbs matching, and he's going to give us a 2x orb boost for 3 turns. That way we can carry it into the final stage. We don't have to worry about it with Mihawk Perona, because their switchability gives them orbs anyway. So that works out quite fine. And even with the defense up, we can actually just burst through Fisher Tiger's defense and not worry. We'll not worry about it, which is really, really cool. The fact we have that much damage with Mihawk Perona switchability as well, like lowering the defense a little bit and then just blasting our way through, is just really, really cool. Against the final stage now, we're going to use our switchability of Mihawk Perona to apply the negative effect, and then we can use their special to give us the conditional boost. But first we need to use Kizaru. Kizaru makes adjacent orbs matching, and he is going to give us a chain lock. Then we can switch with our Mihawk Perona for the conditional. We're going to have a full board of orbs almost, semi-almost. And with that, we can just blast our way through Neptune and take him down for the final time. So there you guys go. They were my teams against Colosseum Neptune. If you guys have the time and you're looking for something to farm, I would definitely farm this guy up. He's an insane free-to-play unit, still incredibly strong. And the Colosseum is really not that tricky. Like, if you guys need cotton candy and you got Chopper, use it to farm cotton candy as well. But in saying that, guys, I thank you guys for watching. And if you did enjoy this one, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to stay up to date with more OPTC content I post, hit the big red subscribe button too. But guys, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.